Welcome to Radio Melee. We've got two very special guests. This never happens. We've got all four Golden Guardians. Of course, Zain, the Genesis champion. None, also a stellar top four finish. Golden Guardians took over Genesis 8, and we felt it was only right to get both y'all on. Welcome to the show, Zain and None.
What's up?
How's it going?
And of course, PPMD, we got to see you. It was the first time all four of us were together physically, too, huh? Was last Wednesday, I guess. How was that for you, PP?
I mean, that was great. I think we have so much fun being together, recording all this stuff, laughing, making our silly in-jokes, and we just took that to another level while we were all out there. It was a ton of fun. I said the word bond a few too many times, and then went bond, and then I was very scared for my life, but luckily I made it through.
Was he there?
Maybe
I saw him. I saw him.
Oh, I did not.
I actually saw him. That's Amsa back there, by the way. He's here.
Hi, Amsa.
He says hi.
I saw and played that guy. Very cool.
Double thumbs up.
Yeah.
Very nice. Double thumbs up. Nice.
Yeah. Very classy. Very classy. So we had two things that we started talking about before the broadcast that were interesting. And then we're like, oh, we should save these for when we're live. So what are they? One of them, PP, I think you were talking about.
Yeah, I was talking to Nunn, and we were talking about him wearing my tag on screen. And he said he was like, well, I won't speak for him, but he said he was a little less than pleased with his performance. And I told him, you know what, it's fine. But before we go into the context, let's hear it from Nunn's perspective. Nunn, what were you thinking when you did that, and what were you thinking while that was going on?
I mean, I thought it was a good idea. That way I brought you with us. All four of us were there, right?
Yeah,
that's nice of you. That was super nice of you, man.
My heart was in the right place, but I feel fraudulent. I am so sorry for getting with your tag.
No, I mean,
I feel like I should. If I could censor my webcam right now, I would.
Well, no need for that. I mean, I don't think that was fraudulent at all. In fact, I was very honored when you asked. I mean, you DM'd me, I think 5 to 7 minutes before you went on. You're like, "Is it cool?" And I was touched because I was still riding the high from that stomp on HBox. Lost my mind. I was so sick, and then you asked, and I was like, "Oh yeah, absolutely." But I did say you can always check the tapes. You can show the DM on stream if you want, None. I did say to you, "Hey, if you change your mind, it's all good." And the reason I said that to you was because Mango and S2J had both worn my tag on stream before, shortly after I'd stopped competing at Pound 2016, and they did not do well. And I was like, "This is cursed."
Oh, it's bad luck.
And the curse was in my mind when Nunn said this, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm so on the Nunn train right now. I really don't want to jinx him."
Yeah, if you had told me earlier, I would have tried the best I could to prove that was just a superstition. That it
You told me that.
But yeah, I didn't know right then. But it was fun.
Did you use the PPMD tag against in losers against AMSA or against?
No, which I also feel bad about. I'm like, my feelings are in a problem right now.
No, there's no beef on this end. Let it be known. I think it was super awesome for Nunn to even consider it. So
you guys realize that probably a lot of our viewers don't even know what we're talking about, like Slippy kids. They're probably like, what tag?
What's a tag? Oh
yeah. So what's that?
In offline Melee, you could click the little bar where it says like player 1, player 2, or whatever. You can do name entry. You can put in up to 4 letters for a code, or for a name or whatever. And people used to have all kinds of things. Mango had the box tag, just looked like a box.
Yeah.
It was his thing. Mine was PPMD. None wore my tag. I think he was the only person to wear a tag in top 8.
This is actually why a lot of old school players have 4-letter
letters. That's what I was about
tags.
To say, yeah.
Like everyone in this call.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That is crazy. For me,
what are the chances?
For me, it actually was slightly intentional. Like I was like, "Oh, 4 letters. Okay, I won't go beyond 4 letters."
Mine was, I was at a brawl tournament and in Nicaragua still, and that's something I never really thought about. And like, what's your tag? And I'm like, I can't think of a tag right now. Just put none. Like what it says there at the bottom in brawl, it says none. Just leave it like nothing.
Oh, and then, that's right.
Yeah, that's why they put it like that.
Huh.
That's sick.
Then it turned into no knee, I guess. But yeah, anyway, carry on.
Yeah, I like the no knee story.
Yeah,
I like that story. Yeah, I like that story.
Let me tell you of another story that is very cool. It's Zain freaking winning Genesis. Let's not forget.
He didn't win.
Yeah,
Nice.
incredibly
Handily.
awesome. Strong
How many
play.
games did you drop in bracket? Did you count them?
1 to Logos.
Logos, which is crazy.
1 to Amsa.
1 to
Mhm.
Amsa,
2 to Cody.
2 to Cody.
1 to Jmook.
Wow.
That
Oh,
5?
yeah, it was 1 to Jmook, yeah.
Yeah, it was one of J-Mooks. So that is 5.
Yeah, the Cody
Not-
set was stressful.
That set was close.
Yeah.
Mhm. I went back and watched that whole set again today.
It was
Yeah.
a CC at the end that I was like entering run and I held down at the end of it and
CC.
I saw him like in the air. I was like, please back air, and he did. And I was like, oh my god.
I mean, you learned from the best at it, Zane.
It was a good CC. It wasn't like
was.
a downhold. Yeah,
It
yeah,
was.
It was a good CC.
It was a
Yeah.
It was really
command
good.
CC.
yeah,
It was a heads up play. Heads up
Yeah.
play.
yeah.
You were it was a sweaty set. I was backstage watching, and for a good bit of it, it looked like Cody was playing better. I'll say.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd agree with
towards the
that.
beginning. Towards the beginning.
Especially the Battlefield game. Like I was missing wavelands. I do this thing where when I'm uncomfortable or like
Mhm.
nervous, I start doing platform play way more. Like I'll do like waveland off fair. Or like I was
Mhm.
trying to mix it. I was aware of the problem and I started trying to mix it up more by like not fairing and I do like waveland back or like come up down tilt. But I was like I'm still using the platforms too much because I'm not confident in my ground game. And as the set went on, I was like getting more and more comfortable. But the first game was definitely like a display of that.
Near the end, you were more grounded for sure.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
so.
You know what's really funny is Amsa has been all week. We've been talking about like the friendlies he played with you, and he
Mhm.
was really commending your platform play. He's been saying like, "Oh, dude, Zayn's been doing this platform stuff that I've never really seen him do that much of before." And yeah, he's really good at it. It's really tricky. It's hard to deal with. And I was like, "Oh, okay." Now I'm hearing that you're doing it because you're anxious. So now I don't know what to believe.
versus Fox, I think there's some Yoshi stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Matchup.
Matchup specific.
Yeah, it's definitely like the more nervous part of it comes out against Spaceys, I'd say. But yeah, I'm curious to see what like he was talking about. Yeah.
Man, yeah, you guys, it was a really fun top 8 to commentate for sure.
Mhm.
And I didn't get to see so much of Zane's matches, but I feel like this tournament, me and you were watching a lot of each other's matches.
Yeah, we got each other's back always. Yeah.
Yeah. But sometimes there were times where you had to go.
I had to
noticed,
go.
but your friend showed him, so it's fine.
Yeah, I did hear about that. So at the very least, like you had a +1, you know.
I had a +1. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
Zay, did you hear about the Bond story? There's like 1 or 2 really funny Bond
my.
stories.
I heard about the controller signing. That
Did you hear about this?
I haven't. No, this is the
this
first.
is a good one to tell.
I think we got it. I think Zeke got the whole thing on tape.
Yeah,
So I think it's gonna be on. Everyone subscribe to Golden Guardians Melee.
Please.
Video's gonna be
Yeah.
up there. We got like
Yeah.
vlogs. Got
Okay.
vlogs on vlogs.
Did he get the interaction on tape?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, I need to see that because I've only heard the story.
So apparently, someone came up to Bond, and
But it was me apparently.
Yeah,
they
like
thought it was you.
I mean that's
Oh.
a common
You should
mistake.
tell the story
Disrespectful.
nonsense. You and Bond live in the same neighborhood, so maybe you can tell the story since you probably heard it from
Has
your
Bond
friend.
talked to you about this, None? What has Bond told you? Because that's the only way you'd know what happened,
He
right?
sent me a little bit in Morse. He keeps a low profile.
I
but
see.
did what I could.
Morse.
But pretty much, I took a bathroom break, and he was there. He was watching. He was doing something. I don't know. And
Mhm.
someone came up to him. Hey, Nun, I'd like your autograph or signature. I forgot. I was like, I think you have me confused for someone. That's what Bond said.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, he hands over his controller. He asked for his signature, as in like they would exchange signatures, just in case. I don't know what Bond was thinking, but just in case he had to track him down. Turns out Bond signed his controller, but the guy didn't sign Bond's. So Bond is very, very bothered at the moment.
He's looking for that guy probably. So I think what happened was this guy was so he was very nervous meeting Bond.
Yeah, you're gonna explain it better.
as one would be. Well, I think his hand was shaking so hard that I think he actually tried. So Bond basically said, "You have to also sign my controller."
Because he noticed the nerves and he thought something was sus. So he needed
Right,
something to track him
right.
down, right?
So they tracked him down.
Yeah.
And I think the guy was so nervous, his head was shaking so hard that he actually didn't leave even though he had a pen in hand trying to sign this controller, there was no ink left on the control. He tried so hard to sign Bond's controller, but wasn't able to get a signature
He
down.
kind of quit out there. It sounds like.
What did Bond say? He said, "I need your signature just in case."
Just in case. Just in case.
In case of what?
That is ambiguous, my friend.
Yeah.
Ambiguous, yeah. That is ambiguous.
Yeah,
That is
In
ambiguous.
case. Okay.
Yeah, like when you can sign with both hands, very ambiguous.
No.
Yes. Aha.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you did there. But yeah, Bond Uno reverse carded him. No one's ready for that. No one's ready for the Uno reverse card. But
Right.
Bond's gonna dish it out.
Yeah. Hey. Well, I mean, that's incredible. Real shame I didn't get to meet Bond, but I will have other chances. I did invoke his name a few times, like I was saying, but
Mhm.
you know, all things in good time.
Mhm.
If I could ask you, I want to ask you guys because I have several things written down here, but um, just something a little bit about Genesis, the tournament. We'll do this. We'll get into community voice, and I know we already have several callers waiting. We don't want to keep them waiting much longer, but
That's right.
Genesis was
Oh,
a tournament.
and PP,
Okay.
if people wanted to get in here and ask questions, how do they do that? Just let people know.
Fantastic question, Toph. That's wonderful. I'm so glad you asked.
No,
If you
thanks,
guys
guys.
wanted to
You know
get in
me.
here and ask questions to any of the Golden Gamers, and hopefully all of them, or at least these two down here, exclamation Radio Melee in my chat or Toph's chat, join the Discord server, submit topics here. We'll pull you in. We'll get you just do what everyone's doing. You'll figure it out. It's pretty easy. But yeah, right while everyone's figuring that out, we have so many callers waiting. But I wanted to ask you guys real quick about Genesis. There were so many upsets in the tournament, and one of you was doing a lot of upsets. But I was kind of curious, why is it that you think that you guys was there something that you guys did about your preparation? Was there something about your mentality going in? Why do you think that so many players got upset here, but you came through in a different way? Because I don't think the bracket was particularly free for either of you. So what was about that? And I guess we can kind of start with Zain here.
Yeah. So I think my preparation was good across every matchup. So in that way, I didn't feel surprised by anything. But I do it'd been 2 years since my last real major, right, which was Genesis 7. I had only gone to Summit 11, Smash World Tour East, and Summit 12. And those don't really have the same experience of the crowd and just the general distraction noise that can come with a major, where you forget what it's like to play at a random CRT setup where someone's bumping into you, or you hear you can specifically hear and make out what people are saying in the crowd. And I used to be pretty I'd say really good at just mitigating that. But it took me some adjusting, and I think what really helped me was when I played Logos on stream. I dropped a game. I dropped game 2 on Yoshi's, and I wasn't actually even wearing headphones at the time. I thought they would have headphones on the stream setup, but I ended up bringing my own after. So that was kind of like a shock to my system, where I was like, okay, I remember what this is like, and I'm glad that this is happening to me, because I kind of needed this to remember what it's like. And then
So instead of freaking you out or something, you said, "Oh, this is good. Now I can
use it as an opportunity."
even in the moment, yeah. And I force talked him the next game, because I had that conscious thought in my head, and I was like, I know how to play comfortably in this situation. And that after that moment, I felt way better about every other set. I also brought my headphones to my set versus Spark, which was off stream, my set versus Sooth. And I got back. I was happy that I was able to quickly get back into what it means to compete in a major like Genesis. So that was some crucial adjustment, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That almost sounds more like a mindset thing, treating something that I think would a lot of people would view as a negative experience, and treating it as a positive experience, like that little flipping the script.
Yeah. I think you have to do that in competition a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even if you're kind of like tricking yourself, but
Yeah, placebos
works.
work. Placebos work. That's actually really. You listen to music during your sets or only before them?
Before, not during.
Before.
I used to listen to music during like floaty sets, like Puff and Peach. But I mean, I'm so used to on stream. I still listen to music, but I'm so used to having like the game audio in my ear,
Mm-hmm.
and like versus spaces, I absolutely like want to have the side B stuff and
Right.
audio cues. But yeah, these days I just listen to melee music is pretty good anyway. So
Yeah.
I
It
can
is.
I can enjoy that and then have the game audio too.
Dude, this is the second time today this is coming up. Absa was just this morning. He was like recommending to me. He was like, "You should listen to music before your sets." And I was like, "Word?"
I'm just listening.
And he was
to
like,
music
"Yeah,
with that's
before sets." And he
Oh, I
told
didn't know
me
that,
you
yeah.
should do it because he said to me, he was like, "So if I enter a tournament that I'm also commentating, he's like, you can use that to separate out." He's like, when you're walking up to the setup, you have to play. You're listening to music and you're getting in the zone. And when
Yeah.
and then people aren't distracting you, asking you for photos and stuff. And then he's like, when you're walking up to commentate, you're not listening to music, and so you're kind of more, and that will let you
Open.
differentiate. Because I've always had trouble with this at super majors, like differentiating the commentator side versus the player side.
Yeah,
It's
you want
hard
to
to go
make
back
two
and
separate
forth.
things. Yeah,
Right. I was like,
that's really
so
good
smart.
advice.
I'm gonna try that next time. Yeah.
Yeah,
So now I need a playlist. I guess I'll hit you up.
you can hit me up. Yeah.
That's cool. And none. Were you listening to music? Was that your X factor, or why do you think things went different for you?
My music is the crowd.
Oh, you do feed off of it.
You don't know? No.
I know double seven.
Mac Rider, no? Isn't that Mac Rider?
What'd you call it?
Mac Rider? The song?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Oh, is that what it's called? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, no, my music is the crowd. I just, the noise, even if people cheer against me, like that's what I need. I just need it to be loud. And
Speaking of the crowd, did it freak you guys out? Not freak out. That's the wrong word. But did it surprise you guys how much the crowd was cheering for J-Mook? It was weird.
yes,
Dude.
people.
You would think he was from San Jose.
Yeah, I didn't even
Yeah.
know. I finished grand finals and I was like, oh, thanks for cheering for me, everyone. And then apparently they were cheering for J-Mook. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
But I know
appreciate that.
those headphones were really good, dude. I couldn't really hear anything.
I should have wore them too. You know what? I should have wore some because
Yeah.
I heard them.
You heard them. Yeah.
I heard A-Truck was a menace in the crowd.
Listen.
I
You
believe
probably
that.
couldn't hear him. Yeah.
I thought
Funny
he
thing
was
was
supposed to
J-Mook
pick him
was-
up. Like
Yeah, I heard something.
for
like
his
that.
team. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that.
I don't know what happened with that. Is he a team? Team A-Truck?
Yeah, I don't know.
Unclear. Listen, I think we have we're gonna get some callers on, but I think before that we may as well
Yes.
take a look at the community voice. I'm actually really curious about this one from
Mhm.
from y'all's perspectives.
Mhm.
So I think we had a question that was like basically who are the inspirations right? It was like who are the inspirations when you started, like people that had in particular like people you met IRL, like people who helped you along the way at tournaments, maybe gave you advice or something like that, or like you had some kind of positive experience with.
Oh, I'm looking at the third one. This one looks very inspiring. Actually, it is. I thought it was a meme. Oh, never mind. Well, I'll start with this one anyway because I pointed out this might not meet the criteria of the question, but when I got into Slippy Melee, a random net play Falco. So this is my favorite part. This is what I read to. Spam down smash after I missed an edge guard. For a second, I thought they were BMing me, but it turns out they were trying to teach me down smash was good near the edge. It was honestly very touching. A random Falco would give me advice mid-match, despite all the things I've heard about net play Falcos.
Wow, what a story!
Now I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know if that we're trying to help or not.
Maybe it was literally.
Well, first of
BM.
all, down smash by the ledge isn't that good.
Well,
It's
it
good at that
depends.
level. People miss
In the
I guess that's
ditto,
enough
in the
story,
ditto,
yeah.
if you walk to the edge, then people aren't going to be able to side B or up B.
Oh, for side B specifically. Okay.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think that's probably what they were talking about, but yeah, I'm not sure because some people will spam a smash as a BM. But either way, I love that this person spun it positively. Let's go random net play Falco.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
did they get confirmation from that person after? That's the real question, right? It's
Yeah,
like,
when the person said "lol" 3 times, they were like, "Oh, they were just having a good time."
Oh,
It's a good
yeah.
thing,
They
yeah.
said lol. I'm like, oh, bad connection. Oh, they're saying that
Our connection could have been better. I could have done
our
less
connection
down
could have been
smashes.
better. Yeah. They
Yeah,
were
yeah,
jawing
yeah.
for me. Yeah. I missed the intro because of the
yeah,
lag.
LOL actually doesn't. It stands for learning. I got nothing actually. Never mind.
And Andrew Kenny says, "I found a match uploaded between two
I love that
players."
you immediately gave up.
I
Oh, was so
Sorry.
hard.
no, I love
Go-
I love that. I love all of it.
Go ahead, PP.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm going. I found a match uploaded between two players on GameSpot, and I thought it was the craziest thing ever. It's actually from YouTube, from July 24th, 2006. Dark Bulb versus Sylvan. I think I
Whoa.
remember Sylvan a little bit. I commented on it in 2016, and he actually replied the next day, which is crazy. We walked
wow.
down memory lane for a moment despite never meeting, and I've worn the Sylv tag on and off in Melee for over a decade thanks to that one match that got the ball rolling. Dude, the first match of Melee you ever watched that makes you feel crazy, that really does change a gamer.
Mm-hmm. Me the dog says my older brother got me into Melee. Wow, a positive older brother story. And he would tell me about all these cool techniques like L canceling, wave dashing, even though he himself couldn't do them. To both beat and impress my brother, I invested myself in a competitive smash for 10 plus years while he went off to college and moved on to other games. We were able to reconnect when Slippy came out, and he told me how proud he is of me and my accomplishments. If my brother didn't initially beat my ass, I don't think I would have pursued competitive Melee.
Oh,
Wow.
love that.
Ben SW is a similar story with his older brother, where apparently Noah, who I coach every now and then on Twitch.tv, who plays Captain Falcon, he's trying to get better than Ben SW right now. He's trying to beat him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the story started back in the day in college when Noah SW flunked like an entire semester's worth of classes because he got into Melee. And then he came home and because he was like learning how to L cancel and wave dash, and he was having so much fun playing Melee. He failed all his classes. Then he came home and he played Ben SW, and Ben SW apparently only forward smashed with Falco and beat him. And Ben SW had never beaten Noah at any game before. And he was like, "Is this what you failed out of all of your classes for? Like losing to my Falco?"
Oh,
And Noah
Oh,
was
no.
so sad by that he quit Melee for a while. But then Ben got into Melee. And so now you have the not like this emoji because of Noah's sacrifice. Anyway, they both ended up graduating and having wonderful professional
Hey,
careers.
let's
So
go.
all's well
Okay.
that ends well, and now they both play Melee again, but Ben is a little bit better. Right now. Right now.
right now.
Stay in school.
The
Stay in
story's
school, kids.
ongoing.
Yeah, the story doesn't. There's no finish line, right?
Mm.
In life.
Well said.
Thanks.
Very nice.
And I think we looked like we have our first caller about queued up, ready to go. We got plenty of people here, so we got to start bringing these gamers in. So here's our first. Chubbles, I believe, is the name. What's up?
Doubles.
Where are you calling in from?
Hey, I'm calling in from Toronto, Canada.
Oh, very
wow.
nice.
Neighbor.
Yeah.
So many neighbors here. Love that. And what's your question for us today?
Yeah, so first of all, I just want to say congrats to Zain again on the back-to-back Genesis wins.
Thank
Yes.
you.
I'm a fellow Red Mart, so that's pretty hype.
Very nice.
So yeah, my question for you all is about Genesis. So, over the weekend there were quite a few quote-unquote upsets, if you want to call it that. For example, Moki, Mango Plup, they didn't make it into top 8. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on that and why you think that could have happened. So was it maybe just because it was, the first tournament back, or do you think there were like other reasons behind it? Maybe, online tournaments helping people prep, that kind of thing. What are your thoughts?
Well, who wants to go first?
I can start. I think the online era of things has changed tournament experiences a lot. So just the average skill level of like when Mango fought Fizz, right? Or like that area of bracket is just going to be way harder now. I've actually seen a lot of people mention that like maybe we should make it like best of 5 at that point because you're going to be getting some like quality matches that like best of 3 is good for like the upset potential like we saw and like viewership. But I think from a competitor standpoint, Best of 5 would be cool to have there. But
Is that
speaking,
top 256, top 128? Where
I
is
think
that?
it's 128.
Okay,
I,
gotcha.
I want to say.
Gotcha.
But speaking from my own experience, like my round one pools, like it used to be just like, I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick, but like really, really like easy. Like I played people who were just like spamming side B or whatever,
What a
Mhm.
dick,
and like
oh
just
my God.
spacies. And I played this Marth my round one who just like hack stashing on edge guards against me. Like
Oh my
I was like, what
gosh.
the? I was like, what the hell? I don't. Yeah, I was like, I do that sometimes when I'm feeling confident. And then he was just like he was fast. He was good. He could punish. Then I played a Dr. Mario to make it out of round one pools. Who was up B canceling on my shield, and
Whoa.
like he took the
You
first.
said that guy beat Logan, right?
I think he did. He mentioned that, yeah. And he was like he took the first stock off of me clean, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, okay,
Round one pools.
yeah, round one pools, and
Jesus.
yeah, I mean, when you experience stuff like that, and like it's a combination also of what I was mentioning of like being at a big tournament for the first time in a while. Like, how are you going to react to that, and the expectation that you have? Um, like, how are you going to mitigate it? It's really hard to like to deal with that. So yeah, I think it's a lot of a combination of things.
Yeah, I think expectations definitely just because it was the first tournament back for a lot of people.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I think that's gonna get a lot of people. They're gonna like set these really lofty goals for themselves, or they just feel the weight of their expectations. I don't know. How about you, Ed? Because I feel like you, if anything, you were the one that were like, quote unquote, making the upsets, even though obviously, you know.
For a content guy, not bad, right? Yeah. No, but I said this in another interview too. It's like Genesis is the first like big journey back. If anything, it kind of feels like a reset. Like we just like it's everything is brand new again, right? Except that we just know mailing. So of course, like people are not like 100%. You got to get used to it again. It's a different experience than being in your room, and playing versus a player. It's just like it's different. Like myself, even I'm pretty good mentally with the nerves and everything. But even me, I've been going through some health issues, and I had a bit of anxiety on top eight. But I'm still good at like containing myself. But I got to get used to it again. So I think the same is true for everyone. Also, everyone is much better, like Zane says, right? We got to give credit where credit is due. Everyone is much better now, and I think we're at a point in Melee where you can just get upset out of nowhere. So yeah, I guess it's safe to say us top players, we gotta watch ourselves. We gotta be aware that we could just lose to any of these players now because everyone's just so good, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's well said. I don't really have anything else to add. I mean, everyone's been getting better, and there was just time away from tournaments. Some people are going to have to readjust.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. But we got plenty of we're in a time now where we're going to see if how much of this is the field and how much of this is people adjusting and everything. Because there's a bunch of big tournaments coming up. We got Pound this weekend, so we're gonna put a lot of these theories to the test.
Genesis was only the beginning.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
But yeah,
Well, no,
hey,
thanks.
good question, Chubbles. Thank you for calling in. You got any shout outs for us on your way out today?
Yeah, just want to shout out some of those beginner tournaments that run that kind of got me into tournaments. I used to play casually and just kind of with my friends, but when the quarantine started, my brother pointed me out to like the only noobs and tired of O2. So I've been entering or I've entered those, and it's been just great, kind of like doing those turning runs and just bringing attention to melee. So yeah, I just want to shout out those TOs, Cadence, and those guys that run those and organize those on a weekly basis.
Yeah, we get a lot of shout outs for them, so I'm glad they're doing what they do over there.
hmm Thank you very
Alright.
much.
Thank you. Have a
Yeah,
good
thank
one.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Neighbor.
See you around.
Yep.
Good first call. Love to hear about some upsets. We got our second caller locked and loaded. Let's bring him in.
Locked and loaded.
Clack, what's up? Welcome to the call. Where are you calling in from? What's your question for us today?
I am calling in from the middle of nowhere, California.
Very nice.
My question is for you guys. other than the stomp heard around the world and Zayn winning, of course. What moments from Genesis do you think were the most noteworthy or hype?
What moments from Genesis were the most noteworthy or hype? Wow. J-Mook beating
Yeah.
Plup, right? That was crazy. June
Yeah,
beating
that-
Cody was crazy too.
The Cody set stands out to me, I think, because Cody was playing pretty hot, and then I was warming up with Moki because I thought Cody would make it to grand finals, and I'm just like looking over from time to time just to like check in, and every time
the number next to the sheet keeps going
I,
up.
I keep hearing "Hey, hey," and I'm like, "What the?" I'm like, "What's going on?" And then J-Mook, he has a grab, and I was like, "All right, when's he gonna drop it?" And then he just never drops it. I'm like, "Okay," and he's like needling him off stage like 3 times, and he like pinpoint accuracy. I was like, "Oh my god!" And then Moki's like, "Are you sure you don't want me to go Sheik, man?" And I think it's more important that I just move around. You playing Fox is perfectly fine, and it's 2-0. And I was like, oh my god. And I'm just like, I end up watching that match where he's just like walking, like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, he was just like playing confident, which is
Yeah.
crazy because apparently it's like his 3rd major ever or something.
Right.
So how do you do that? Literally his first time on the big stage playing with that air of confidence is just really encouraging for his future, I think. And
Yeah.
when I play him, and I played him before, like in friendlies online,
Hmm.
I didn't know much about like his mentality or mental game. Like it was more just like, okay, gameplay wise, like this guy mechanically just has like the hotness. Like he's just like really he's just really good. And seeing him react to like tournament wins and losses, like through, like, it's clear to me that he can like stay at the top. Like I feel that way, and so I'm excited to see what he does next.
None.
Yeah,
What did you think was? Oh, go ahead, Toph. Sorry.
Oh no. Just to remark on that, I was actually I had the same thing when I was watching, because when I watched him beat Plup, he actually dropped a lot of tech chases.
Yeah,
It was more that he just got a lot of, he played really good neutral, he got a lot of grabs. And then in the Cody set, like he like didn't really drop any.
it was maybe one. Yeah,
maybe one in like 3 games. It was really crazy. So yeah, what'd you think, None? There were some good moments this
I
tournament.
want to know what None thinks is hype.
I mean, I don't think he dropped in versus me. I was getting tech chased in my favorite game.
Yeah, that's true.
He
I'm
was
surprised we didn't get a
dropping
tweet during that one.
Yeah, I know that one's
Nah,
happened
you got a
quicker, right?
DI, you got a
Yeah,
tag.
you can interact. You can interact.
Yeah.
No, I
You don't have
think
time to take your phone out.
yeah, no, there's no time. J-Mook, of course, right? Like everyone was talking about him. He was hot. I was watching his Plup one. That one was really cool. The way he was doing it too, like I said it before too. Like you can see in him, J-Mook flair. Like you see
Mhm.
that Sheik, and you see Plup Sheik, you know it's Plup. You see M2K Sheik, you know it's M2K. You see, you know what I mean? Like he has that thing to him. You see J-Mook's Sheik,
yeah.
it's J-Mook, you know it's him.
Right.
So very interesting. Other than that, I think the mango one, since it happened kind of early, and also I think that was like the first one. From that match on, a lot
Yeah.
of the other upsets started to happen. Just people kept talking about a new upset after new upset. I'm like, oh wow, this tournament's crazy, dang. So overall, those like important moments, at the event
Yeah.
they impressed me at least.
You know what's crazy is, like, I think another thing just in terms of hype is how many sets that I think would have been really hype that just weren't streamed, especially in losers of top 64. Like there were, I
Moki,
think Mango's matches got streamed, but yeah, Oki had he got 13th and he beat
he did a good run.
KJH, S2J, Soof. and
Fedora,
yeah,
Moki S2J was
Fedora
not on
got
the
ninth.
stream?
He didn't get
none of
streamed.
his matches got streamed. None of Moki didn't play on stream once, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Ginger Plup was off stream.
That was off stream?
That was off stream. Plup Salt, which went to game 5, was off stream. You know,
What
there was
about
like
Vic and Cody?
Mango Zach was off stream, right?
I think Mango Zach was
Yes,
off
yes.
stream.
I was watching Alex 19 stream. That's where I saw that one.
Slug got 9th at this tournament.
Nothing on
Slug
stream?
beat like a gazillion people. I don't know if any of it was on stream. He
I think
beat
there was one stream match, but it was early. Same with Kadora.
early, right? He beat Fizz, Null, Spark, Crudo. And the funny thing is, he had the loser of Lod and Jmook. And so if
Right.
Lod clutched Jmook out, honestly, I was looking at the bracket. I was like, dude, he had just beaten Spark and Crudo. Obviously, it's Icy's Sheik. Like,
Yeah.
it's
hot,
very
yeah.
possible that if we would have gotten Jmook and we would have had Slug in top 8.
Oh wow.
And it would have
Yeah.
been.
Although Jmook does play other characters, I don't know what he does in that.
He could have gone Fox.
Could have
Okay.
gone Fox. Could have tried
So-
it. Yeah.
That Fox was actually good.
Yeah, I mean,
There were moments where I was like, oh shit. I was like, I should end this fast. Because he definitely he was telling me that like he had like he's undefeated versus Hacks in the Fox Ditto and stuff, and like
What?
Shit.
oh,
yeah. And I was like, oh my god, like
Whoa.
it wasn't a joke, yeah.
yeah. I think he just wanted to try it,
Yeah. He's a very momentum based player where like you could tell the second Dreamland game we played where he was trying to go for that like up B edge guard on me where he has like he was just trying to gain something back,
Uh-huh.
and I was like
Yeah.
I was like I can't let him have anything because he
Yeah.
like as soon as he hits one nasty combo, which happened in our first set, like
And then it got a lot closer.
it got a lot closer. Yeah, he feeds off of it. So I mean I think everyone does in a sense, but it's stronger with him.
Yeah.
Um
He's kind of like, I don't know. None, you're kind of like that in a way, I feel like. You like power up sometimes.
Yeah, crowd usually does it for me. Yeah.
Mhm.
some of the knees you get on H5, just like reading his jump fair random, and I would never think to go for it. I'm like, how did he full hop knee
Dude,
that?
That first game, Nut HBox game 1 was amazing. You killed him at like 60%, like all 4 stocks.
I asked HFox at the after party. I was like,
Oh,
be
yes,
real
with
with
the
me.
shades.
Yeah, I was like, how much could you see? And he's like, dude, I couldn't see shit.
I mean, the way I
is
see
not
it-
the best.
And then he's like, versus Peach, I need it. And I was like, okay. I don't get it, but okay.
The way I see it is on the stomp is I mean the game was about to end. I was at like at 100 something, right? Fair and I'm dead. I'm just not coming back. So I'll either take the fair and die off the side, or he'll take the down and die at the bottom.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
The latter happened. I
mean,
guess.
it's interesting. You save a lot of things for the end and make it very surprising. You clutch box people.
Yeah.
And not only
Mm.
that, you've beaten HBox doing that exact stomp before. I know because someone linked it on Reddit and I watched you do the same thing. And you also
Gallant or something?
you didn't pop off then either, which is messed up.
Well, there was already one pop off. We don't need 2 pop offs.
Yeah,
One
I
is
guess so, man. That would, yeah. You can't have both people pop off. That would be weird.
enough. Yeah.
You know what else? I pulled up the bracket to just to make sure I didn't miss anything. You know what else happened this tournament that is really crazy in a weird way? Chudat went
Yes!
Mario.
I heard.
Yes,
I heard.
dude.
What
Game
a
5
legend.
of that is up. It's amazing.
Is
What a
there
legend.
is there a world where Ben wasn't able to go Sheik versus Mario? Like, does that work out mathematically?
Yeah,
Like,
let me click on the set because if you
Well-
click it, it shows the games, right? So okay, game one Battlefield, Ben won with Luigi. over
Luigi
Ices.
Ices.
Yeah.
Okay.
Game 2 was FD, so Chudat goes
Mario.
FD. Ben's like, I'm staying, and then Chudat goes Mario and wins.
Okay.
Game 3, Ben says, I'm going to it looks like Dreamland,
He goes back to Ices.
and then he's like, okay, I'll go back to Ices. I guess just because he doesn't want to play Mario Sheik.
Yeah.
And then Ben actually loses. So this was the crucial game because now Chudat is counterpick.
That's why he wasn't able. That's why he wasn't able to do Mario Sheik.
Yeah, that's why he
Okay.
wasn't able to because Chudat actually won a game in Icy's Luigi.
Yes. Okay.
The last game was Luigi Mario, right?
Yeah, on Stadium,
Mario
and it was close. Ben was up
Maybe.
the whole game.
Even you
until-
play Mario too. You know that matchup is ugly.
That matchup is
Bro.
not pretty.
Mario
I-
Luigi.
Wait,
I
I don't
stay
know anything
away
about
from
Mario
that
versus
one.
Luigi. Wait, tell me
It's
about
I know
pretty
nothing.
nasty. It's
It's
pretty
not great
nasty.
for Mario. I mean, Mario has worse matchups, but that one's not. It's not his favorite.
Why
for sure.
Mario?
Why Mario?
Mario's
Now-
underrated. I think does stuff. But go ahead, BB.
I don't know. Maybe Chew, like the Chew logic for this kind of stuff would go like it would go back to like something someone Asin told him in 04 or something. I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you for sure, but I think Chew has like his own way of doing things, and maybe he was like the way Ben's playing Luigi, or he's like the way I play Mario against Luigi is good enough, and I guess it was. He pulled it out, but it was weird.
I didn't even know he had a Mario. I don't know if he does have a
That's
Mario.
Old school plays a lot of characters, yeah. So he has
He's,
kind of he has a good enough one, I guess.
He's a
Scar
legend
was-
for that one.
Yeah, that's a
Because Ben's
That's
been
actually
playing Luigi.
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Playing a lot
Playing
of
Luigi. Like people on Reddit were saying, yeah, I've been playing Ben's Luigi with my ICs and losing to it. So like he's been doing this for like a while. It's not
Do
like
you
Ben
think-
just decided to do it.
Do you think it's purely psychological? Because Mario is Luigi's older brother, so he's like the only way I can beat Luigi is I have to take the seniority.
I would be surprised if that was Chu's logic, but not that surprised.
Dude, Chu Ye is Chu's
Yeah, it's
Chu could be his dad, dude. And he's like Ben is like 18.
Oh man,
oh,
I
He
also
pat him on the back.
that's right. He did pat him. That's right.
I saw that. I also suspect that I don't know the way you go up towards the ledge with Luigi is kind of similar to Sheik. I'm not sure of the gameplay, but I don't know. Maybe he threw in some capes here and there. Because versus Luigi, it works.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah, so maybe I don't know. I don't know.
yeah. I could see the cape being really good.
Yeah.
No, Scar was saying that back in the day, Scar would take Chudet to Brinstar, and then Chudet would go Young Link. So he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, he's just weird. when
I
it
know
comes to characters.
I knew Chu had a young Link because he used to do it versus DOH, I believe.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
He used to do Pikachu versus Peach. Actually,
That's true. That's weird.
that makes no sense.
Yeah,
That- it made
has so
more
many
sense back
characters.
in the day. It doesn't make sense now for
Mhm,
sure.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
He has so many characters, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll throw in a couple other hype moments. I liked, something about Jmu because we were talking about him so much. I'll just go back to him for a second. Something that was really fun about him is he didn't do a lot of guaranteed stuff, or he would purposely not do guaranteeds, do like a run cancel tilt, or
Yeah.
Mhm.
do things a different way to extend his punish. And that's just so fun because, the neutral punish together. I love that kind of stuff. So super fun to watch him find his own way to do things like that. I had such a blast watching that. Of course, his neutral was really fun too, really different.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Mhm,
all of the
mhm.
Zayn Cody set was really fun. I mean, just back and forth. You guys knew how each other was going to play, hit each other super hard, played around
Yeah.
super well.
Yeah.
A lot of the last stock situations were just super tense, but you guys kept up some solid play, so that was fun. And I think as the Nun Amsa set went on, actually, I started liking that more and more because you guys stopped messing around and you guys started beating each other's faces in. Like, why are we going to mess around on shielding on platform? We're just going to fight. And it
Yeah.
was no one dashed back. They all just beat each other up. It was
Yeah, I feel like
crazy.
Falcon loses that scrap, but you won it. Like
Yeah.
the close quarters.
Yeah, I'm stuck in limbo right now because you know how they called me like the CC god,
Yeah.
They've been saying that.
but now it's like I don't know if it's crouch canceling or content creator god. I'm confused. I'm going through this thing now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
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 So yeah, it was a violent set. I feel like we were both
Yes.
hitting each other. We were just both hitting each other. It was exciting, violent, and it went the distance. It was a long
Yeah.
set.
Yeah, great set. So I mean, ton of great moments we didn't cover here, but yeah, super fun tournament. Thank you so much for calling in with your question, Clack. You got any shout outs for us on your way out today?
Yeah. Shout outs to my friend Dave and my friend Zain. We are all bad at Melee, but at least we're all bad together.
Solidarity.
Solidarity.
Exactly.
All right. Well,
Amazing.
you have a good rest of your day, Clack.
Hey, thanks you too.
Later.
Black, black. Wow.
Did he say his friend was Zayn?
I
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
Three
Yeah.
Zayns. I know three
Perhaps
Zayns.
a different Zane, but
Too
you never
many.
know.
I saw the video with the two Zanes.
Yeah, yeah.
He's good at giving interviews. It makes it really
Yeah.
easy.
Uh,
Yeah.
It's like how you're
Yeah.
good at, winning tournament.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. It was really
Alright.
confusing, man. On Sunday, I came to the venue and they were like telling me, because there was like we had Papa John's sponsor, and Bobak came up to me and he's like, "Hey, so you got everything for the you know what to do for the Papa John's sponsor stuff?" I was like, "Is there anything extra?" And he's like, "Zayn didn't talk to you about it?" And I'm
What?
like, "Why would
Oh.
Zayn?" And I was like, "Dude, doesn't he have to play?" And he's like, "Dude, no, go talk to Zayn." And I was gonna walk over to you, and then like midway, I was like, Oh, okay. I think I see what's going on here.
If he had come up to me on stage while I'm about, like, what do I say about
No,
Papa
you were
John's?
warming
I'd
up.
be like, Tope, what the fuck are you talking?
I should have done that. What the fuck are you talking about?
Like Papa John's?
He's here. He wants to meet you. Wake up,
It's
Zayn.
like, damn, they got Zayn doing everything these days. He's got to win the tournament. He's got to brief me on the Papa John's thing. That's crazy. But good for him. I mean, Zayn's a capable. I was kind
Real
of thinking,
ambassador.
Zayn's you're a capable guy. You know.
I know about Papa John's.
There you go. The pizza.
I know business.
There you go.
I make business sometimes.
He does. I've seen him.
Yeah, I can make a business.
Okay.
Who
there you go.
doesn't know about Papa John's? It's only the best pizza at Genesis. Well, I got nothing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I know, I
right.
know.
He got a
You know
point
what I mean.
there. He's got a point there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, all right. Guess it's time for our next caller.
guess it is.
Yeah.
Jack, please.
Jack. What's up,
What-
Jack?
How's it going?
Jack.
I hope you're doing well. Where are you calling in from? What's your question for us today?
So I'm calling from New York City, and before I get started, just wanted to congratulate Zain for Genesis 8.
Thanks.
And yeah, so my question is, after J-Mook's run at Genesis, what were times where everyone felt like an up-and-coming player, as in
Oh.
like which tournament put you on the map or felt like put you on the map?
Hmm.
And so this is for ourselves, or
Oh yeah, this is for everyone respectively, yeah.
okay?
None was yours. Was yours the that one Gommel, or was that Canada Cup? I always forget.
Gummel was the Music King thing, right?
I'm always the Mewtwo King one.
Which is all I'm known for. Apparently, everyone. Oh, none that guy that
The
did
forward
That's
smash?
all
The
I'm known
accidental
for.
forward smash? How do you
Now
know?
they're gonna say the stomp. Now they'll say the stomp.
No, it's
the
that's-
stomp guy.
Now you're
I'm
the
at-
stomp guy.
I'm at another checkpoint now.
Yeah.
But no, I think mine would be McSnatcher 4. That was where I did like a lot of matches with K-Word. And
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, you did like
You were-
4
you were
money
there.
matches.
yeah, you were there.
None. Can I tell the viewers who might not know who you're talking about what that stands for? If you need to
Go
definitely
ahead.
for a
I'll
second.
just take
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Okay, so he's talking about Kage. He's talking because it's
As
a
a Ganon player,
known. Okay, you could put.
I think
You
you
can put
heard
They
it.
that,
did
yeah.
they did
Okay.
Falcon Ganon, Ganon Falcon, and then Falcon Dittos and Ganon Dittos. Right? You did like
And-
all combinations.
And then we met in bracket again.
How is K-Word's Falcon?
It's all right.
Caught me off guard.
Yeah.
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 It's good. It's good.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that would be it for me.
Mm-hmm.
right,
Actually,
well-
to be honest with you, a lot of my tournaments that made me feel like an up and coming player were actually Canadian tournaments because I feel like a lot of the bigger wins I got, like one of the impulses, I got 5th, and I remember actually really distinctly because I beat IB actually in winners, and Marth player, yeah, who was really good back then. He was like one of the best players in Canada, and I don't know if you were at this tournament, None, or if this was before you moved to Canada, but I remember I got 5th at that, and I was like, oh, I can beat good players. I could do this. Actually, it was really funny and sad in a way because IB made it far enough in bracket that I had to fight him again in losers. And he beat me in the run back, and then the set I beat him wasn't recorded, and the set he beat me was on stream.
Oh.
So it happens, whatever. But yeah, I did get 5th, so I was pretty happy about that because it was actually like pretty stacked.
I
Yeah.
love IB. He's such a homie.
He's so great. Yeah,
I've never met him,
he's-
but I remember he had some tutorial stuff.
Mm.
I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
Zane, he's like you, but like just the good stuff.
Huh?
He's kind of like that.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you've got a lot of good stuff, Zayn. I don't think that
Yeah.
statement is true at all. Yeah. For example,
Thanks,
yeah, no problem. Yeah. You got a
Zane,
lot
do
of
you
good
want
stuff.
to do you
Don't
want to
let him
talk
talk to you like
about? Do you want to? Yeah. Well, while you're talking to None like that, would you also like to tell us about what tournament you felt like put you on the map?
Yeah. Well, I think put me on the map was Big House 6 because I beat Plup there. But for me, the biggest one was Summit 6. That like comparable to like J-Mook's run, think.
Ah.
where it was like upset after upset after upset, where I was like, this is what I want. Like I can like, this is my passion, and I can do what I want with it. Like for a while, like I was like, the work had paid off. Where like Big House and like Smash and Splash versus Leffen, those were just one upset, and then I get washed like the next set or whatever. Um,
Fair.
Summit 6 was where it was like I could have won that tournament. Like I played Mewtwo King in winners finals, and I like cleanly took the first game, and every other game after that was close. I was like, there was a world where I could have won this, and like I think that was where like people started talking about me a little more was after
Yeah.
Summit 6. Yeah.
Actually, can I edit my response?
You can.
Ooh.
Kind of like how Zane gave 2 responses right now. I kind of have 2 responses as well.
Yeah.
I think mine was Big House 4 actually. That was my
Oh.
first major.
Oh.
I went to that and I don't know where I got like 49th. Like it wasn't amazing, but for a first major, like I just moved
Yeah.
to North
Yeah.
America, and I had matches on stream with Duck and with Pork Chops, which
Pork
I
chops.
lost them, but like it seems like the people were impressed, right? Like I could have won. I
Yeah,
should have
yeah.
won, to be honest. I think it
Mhm.
was like game 3 on both of them, but
Mm,
from there, people saw who I was.
yeah.
I felt good on the stage, and I felt like, hey, I think I can do this better next time. Because the thing about Nicaragua, we never had tournaments. It was just us getting together. So that was
Mhm.
like my first exposure on a big stage. Anyways, yeah, that one, and then
Mhm.
that kind of like was the stepping stone in order to compete on the big stage after that.
Yeah, I mean, it really does kind of sound like the best way to kind of answer this is there's the time where you get like you get some okay results and you get a little known, then there's the time where you really blow up more.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so for me, mine would have been tipped off for January 2009 in Georgia. That was the first time I beat Lawser, the best player in North Carolina. I got fourth,
Mhm.
and Hungry Box beat me very badly. He continued to do that for a while. And things, I think I was some relatively known, but it was kind of more of a regional. But when I went to ROM 2 later that year and got second, I placed over Mango and K-Word. Still lost to Hungry Box again, but that was a big tournament. Had pretty much everyone there. I think everyone pretty much knew who I was at that point. So that would have been it
Mhm.
for me. Been a few years since that one, but yeah, that was a fun time. So all kind of in the same year, which things moved a little quick for me, which I'm happy about. But
Interesting, right? So it's nostalgic to remember this stuff.
yeah,
It
it's
is.
fun to
Yeah.
think back
Yeah.
about it
Yeah.
because we are glamorizing the grind in a way a little bit, right? We're
Yeah.
thinking about how fun it was to how we were trying to make all this work, and at least for me, I was eat, breathing, and sleeping Melee. It was just all I
Yeah.
wanted to
Mhm.
be a part of and think about, and having all that come together and meeting people and sharing ideas and getting better and all this is coming up. Let me grind for this, and yeah,
Mhm.
it was. I mean, it was just a really special time, and so to be able to succeed while feeling all that is, I mean, it's just a special feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Jack, thank you so much for letting us all uh, be nostalgic and everything for a little bit. Appreciate it. You got any shout outs for us on your way out today?
Yeah, not a problem. And yeah, I got a couple. Shout outs to Golden Guardians for always making great content. New York City Melee, I go occasionally, and it's always a really fun experience. And yeah, lastly, Kodorin, who I also mod for, and Kodorin for Summit.
Mm.
It's
Well said. All right,
Odin
thank you
for
nice.
so
some. He's
much.
running.
He's running.
That's right.
I feel like he's gonna get in.
Yeah. He should.
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't plug. He should.
Can't jinx. Can't jinx it. Can't jinx it.
Yeah.
Can't jinx it. But yeah.
Well, hey, thank you so much, Jack, and have a good rest of your day, gamer.
You
Later,
too,
Jack.
guys. Thanks.
Peace.
Peace.
And it
Peace.
looks
The
like
big stage.
I
big
forgot I
stage.
made Summit. That just reminded me.
Isn't that exciting? You
Yeah.
don't have to campaign.
Sorry?
You don't have to campaign. You really didn't want to campaign.
Yeah, my people hate me because they're broke from last time. Back to back, they're just so broke.
Well,
Yeah.
the
We're
people
not
have
on good
time to
terms right
recoup.
now. They sub, here's your sub, but don't talk to me, they say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, well said. You're in. Have a great time out there, both you guys. And I think we got one more caller,
Mm.
Deburian. Let's see if we can bring them in right now. What's up, Deburian? Where are you calling in from, and what's your question for us today?
Nope.
We're unmuted. We're almost there. We cannot hear you, though, if you're talking.
Hello,
have-
can you guys hear me?
I
Yes.
can hear you
Hello,
now. What's
now
up?
we can
Where
hear
you calling
you.
in from? What was your question?
Ooh, okay. I'm calling in from Redwood City, California.
Wow, Redwood City, the best climate in the nation.
It's they have like a little slogan called
I know.
"Government Best." I think it's like "Climate Best by
Climate
Government
best
Test."
by government test. I know. I've seen. I used to work there. Yeah.
That's cool. So I just have a question for you guys that were at the event. So I was just wondering, what was your guys' favorite moment from the event that wasn't directly gameplay related? So, something like meeting the fans again after a couple of years of not seeing anybody, or it could be any of the other side events that were going on.
Okay, not related to because we did hype moments, but we mostly just talked about the bracket. So now we should do moments we enjoyed that didn't really have to do with necessarily the bracket.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually have one that I'm very actually thankful for. I have to thank None for this because I never really thanked you. None warmed me up for Dream. I had to play Dream, the Mexican Ganon. And I think what happened was because None, usually when we play Fox Ganon, you beat me back and forth handily. I think None played a little bit bad on purpose to give me confidence. And then he gave me a bunch of good advice. And then he stood behind us the whole set to intimidate Dream so that he knew that I warmed up with a really good Ganon. I think
It wasn't me, Toph.
let me rephrase this. None I
Toph.
think went and got his friend, and then his friend, a friend of his or like maybe a neighbor was standing behind us, kind
Really
of menacingly
intimidating.
for the whole set.
Was this friend
and
wearing glasses by chance?
Yeah, like dark glasses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, some would call them
Um,
sunglasses.
Some would call, yeah, or like shades, There's
Right.
like words for yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about Bond, yeah?
Yeah, Bond, yeah.
I don't call them glasses. I don't know what they are. I think they're a part of his body.
I don't know what they are.
They're
But-
just part of his face. Oh my god.
I think so, yeah.
Surgically welded on.
I don't think I would have won that set if not for all of the prep that Nunn and his neighbor were able to give me. So I wanted to thank him for that. Them. I wanted to thank them for that. You were sandbagging those friendlies, right? You were playing a little bit bad on purpose to make me feel confident.
No. You
I
were
don't
on
think
your
I don't think you'll ever know the real answer.
I'll never know. I'll literally never know.
No, you
I'm
were on it.
99% sure though.
No, you were on it. He was playing hot. I mean, you were in bracket, right? So you had to be playing.
You're too kind. And so is Bond.
Yes. They've always said that about Bond.
I also think a lot of the really good moments that we had to do not just with the three of us, but also with Zeke and Luke.
Yeah.
This was by far the most time I've spent with. For people who don't know, Zeke is he runs the Golden Guardians Melee Twitter account, and puts out consistent bangers.
Among other things, yeah.
Go on.
No, he was doing like filming stuff. I didn't mean that to be.
I
I
thought,
meant
okay.
I meant
I thought you were
that
coming
completely
after Zeke.
genuinely.
I thought it was
yeah.
a segue to
I didn't
something.
get dinner with
I thought it was-
Zeke.
You did not get dinner
Oh,
with
you
Zeke.
didn't.
Oh.
Next time.
It was contingent on you winning, and you did win.
Oh.
Where'd you eat? Well, you guys both probably went to the guild house anyway, right?
Yeah, we went to the guild house and then I
It
got a
was supposed to be
glizzy.
1-on-1, right?
I got a
Okay, there you
glizzy
go.
for dinner,
Were you
Nice.
near?
Nice.
Love calling.
but it wasn't with Zeke.
Oh
Oh.
Man.
man.
All right, well that's fine.
I guess that's fine.
I'm sure Zeke won't see this. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Is it,
I'll
yeah.
forget.
Yeah.
I can say my moment.
Yeah, please.
I think mine was because I've kind of been on and off, right? But like I didn't have expectations for Genesis at all. I was just like, well, let's see what happens. They brought the cameras. I'll do camera stuff. It's fine. But then meeting all the people, all the new people that got into the game, people that I met for the first time, they just say nice words, about them enjoying what we do, or this and that, whatever it is. It kind of just brought up the motivation. And it's like it's a nice feeling, it's like a wholesome feeling, which I don't feel that often, to be honest. But when it's crowd and it's fan and it's people, that does get me. So
it's so
that
much
kind of-
better than online.
yeah, it's like it's nice to finally meet in person the people that support you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was nice. It brought up my motivation, and yeah, if you can inspire in any way, for me it feels relieving because I feel like I'm doing
Yeah.
it properly. And yeah, I guess I'm a role model now, so that's awkward. I never.
Because you did the stomp.
Yeah. No, I just meant me because I thought I was just gonna play games my whole life, but here we are. We're inspiring people. Life
Oh.
life makes some crazy turns, and you
Mhm.
never know what to expect.
That's true.
So that was it for me. Thank you.
Good
That was
answer.
that was inspired. That just inspired me.
None saying we have to do better because he's speaking from experience.
We have to do better.
We
We
have
have,
to
to
do
do
better.
better.
We have to.
You know what I actually really like? I like when people come up and they're like, yo, I'm so and so from Twitch chat, and then they like tell me the username. I'm like, oh, you're that guy. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
see you in chat every day, or whatever. That's my favorite. Actually, there's been a good bit of that. Shout outs to like Yokai Nels and I don't know, Etost. I met Etost for the first time.
Yeah.
Lev Kester. Yeah, a couple chatters. I met a couple chatters for this event.
All right, Zane, you're up. What was your favorite not gameplay related moment?
It was all gameplay. I was there to win.
Yeah. Winning. no, no.
You made the noise, Zane. Zane, you just made the noise we were talking
What
about.
noise?
Yeah, I was
the noise
thinking
you were.
about that.
Yeah,
No,
Oh, you got
that's
some noise?
you.
that's you.
No,
You just
wait.
made the noise.
Just a real aside. Just a quick aside. I was talking to Ed about how there'll be times when we're filming and
Yeah.
someone will do something sick and he'll be like, Tove, and he'll like, you notice, has anyone else noticed that? He'll make like
you
a,
guys both do that. You guys both do that.
I do it too?
Yeah, you definitely go, oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah,
You
kind
do it like YouTube, like, okay, you'll be playing Moki or something, and someone does a cool call. It actually doesn't matter if you're doing the combo or if he's doing it. It actually is completely relevant. You'll go, oh.
Yeah, it's like a noise of excitement or
Now, maybe you got it from none. Maybe he like
I might have gotten
accepted
it from
into
You
your-
guys are the
He
same.
might have, yeah.
You're the same. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, all right, my favorite
No,
moment.
we're not the same. We're not the same.
For me, I think well, the media day stuff was cool. I know that wasn't part of like Genesis officially, but it was really cool. To,
Oh,
like,
that was really cool.
yeah, be at the Chase Center with you guys and like actually.
Are we allowed to say that we like saw the Warriors?
Oh my God! Okay, never
Are we
mind.
Can I say that?
We can't
No.
say that.
We can probably say that, right? We were in the Chase Center. It makes
Why
sense.
can't we say that?
All right.
Anyway,
so I just
Anyway.
and then beyond at the event, I think hanging out with Moki was really fun for me because I mean, I like talk to him every Friday, and you know, we've gotten closer as friends. Like, I've hung out with him in person before, but like, I feel like we actually have a. I'm trying to not an affinity. I was trying to not say Bond because Bond was the first thing that came to my head.
Yeah, happens to me.
But yeah, we hung out a bunch and like it was really cool getting to just like hang out with him in person. He was with me all of top 8 because I played him for like 6. He was hungover, like he was like not feeling playing, and he played me for like 6 hours, and it was really helpful. Yeah, it was really helpful. So, yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah. I was housing him for a bit yesterday, and he was talking about that. He's like, yeah, I'm exhausted. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I was hungover, and I played Zain for 6 hours. It was grueling. I was like, wow. that sounds rough. Good stuff.
He was like, can I get a bite to eat? And I was like, no.
Really?
No, he had a banana. I gave him a banana.
Oh, hey, what a nice guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not a monster. Come on now. Yeah.
Wait, are you saying he wanted to go like get food, and you're just like, you just reach out of your bag and you pull out a banana, and you're like, here, eat this.
There was a moment where he
playing.
was like, I'll be right back. I need to grab a water, and I grabbed one from my backpack and I said, here. He was like, oh shit.
Oh, thanks.
He was just
Actually, I didn't really want to.
I think
anyway.
I think honestly he just wanted to get up and just walk around for a little bit, and I was like, no.
He was your prisoner for the day.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That was funny.
You needed to win. I you know, it's game day. It's game day. I don't know. You do whatever it takes.
Oh man. Well, I'll make mine quick. It was the Timeless River for me.
Oh, the
Oh,
Timeless River.
Timeless River.
Oh.
True.
Yeah.
Timeless
So
River.
no one's going to understand what I'm talking about, and I'm not going to fully explain it.
You're
But
not gonna elaborate it.
not fully. I'm just going to say that.
Well, it's the
Um,
black and white world from Kingdom Hearts 2. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, everyone remembers that.
If
And
you
we-
watch Golden Guardians Melee YouTube, when the vlogs go up, you'll understand.
We had in jokes. We when we record together content, we'll goof off some and or whatever. But we extended that and we had a new one out there, and that was our one. And Zeke, who does the Twitter and was vlogging and everything, we'd always keep bringing us back. Oh, it's just like the Timeless River, Kingdom Hearts 2, which I paid attention to the series a lot, and I still barely remembered what he was talking about. So it was pretty funny for him to keep bringing it up, and we just did callbacks to that a lot, and it was really fun. So I just kind of like joking around with everyone. Side note, I also really liked when we were taking pictures, and Zeke said, "Hey, let's go see what Nun's doing." And we walk around this corner, and they're having you do this picture while you're going, "Let's go!" and you're yelling. And I've never seen Nun yell in my life. I've never seen him get hype. I would walk around the corner, and it's the most genuine, like hardcore "Let's go" out of Nun ever. I fall over laughing. It was so funny. I was just not ready at all.
You caught me off guard. We couldn't shoot for the next 5 minutes because
It
I was
was
in
so
shock.
good. Yeah, that was
It was
a
fun.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
Good hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, right back
Yeah.
at
Yeah, man. But yeah, that was a fantastic question, DeBurry, and I'm glad we got to share all that. That was a lot of fun, and thank you so much for calling in. You got any shout outs for us on your way out today?
I guess if anything, my friend Mark, I actually, I this is my first event that I ever went to, and I actually had him from my old high school. I've met him again, and it turns out we were in the same pool.
Oh.
Oh,
What are the
Wow.
And I
Very
remember
cool.
we were practicing for a bit. It was just a lot of fun to reconnect with him.
Cool.
I guess all of you guys too. I mean, I love watching your guys' content. I'm the guy that had the Captain Falcon helmet that went around getting people to sign it.
Oh
So I
shoot,
really
dude, that
appreciate you
felt
guys doing
that
that.
helmet was sick.
That was a cool helmet. I
Yeah,
think I saw
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I got all you guys to sign it. I have like a video of some guy that took of me showing it to Bobby Scar and him putting it on. That's probably like
Wow. That's pretty sick.
I can't wait to like get that video and just look at it. But yeah, thanks for everything, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling in.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
All right. Well, we have our actual last caller locked and loaded, primed and ready now. We got him in
Wow.
here. Mr. Batboy 27. What's up,
Mr.
Batboy? Where are you
Mr.
calling in
Bat-
from? What's your question for us today?
I'm calling from Central California, and I got a pretty good
Franco.
question for you guys today.
Cool.
So, although recent events have been in the limelight with good reason, Golden Guardians Melee's team's 1 year anniversary was just a few weeks ago. Looking back at the memories and content you guys made with each other, becoming closer as a team, what are some of your guys' highlight moments? And what have you learned? And what have you
Aw.
learned, if anything, throughout the past year through the support of one another that you think has pushed you at a higher standard in Melee?
Oh.
Oh,
Dang.
Oh,
Oh man.
wow.
Okay.
I mean, I think the real answer is this. Look at us. Look how we're getting along. Look at everything we're doing. You know what I
Ven
mean?
says, watch the
away.
video. Ven
This
said,
is-
watch the rest.
This is the result of everything we've done this whole time. You know,
Yeah.
True.
I think that is the W.
Man, all of the last year, what has that done for me in Melee? I mean, I think I said it when I started with Golden Guardians. I said, man, it's really nice to be able to be doing more and connecting with people in the community because I was very isolated. And I think really going out there with the Chase Center, taking pictures and doing everything and hanging out with everyone, I really felt more of that. And so this is kind of Golden Guardians is kind of my way in doing something new and different in Melee. And I've really valued that. I've really valued how everyone on the team has valued me. I think that's been good for me, and I think that's been good for how I kind of approach Melee. And these guys have all been really approachable. They've been willing to talk about whatever, and then including Melee. And it's been really positive on my end, and been helpful for me in my own journey as I kind of go on. So I'm very fortunate for this. I'm very honored for this, and I mean, here's to more years.
Yeah. I think for me, like, the melee related thing. Whenever I like lost a big tournament or something, and like we had like some content piece or anything, I never really dreaded it. It was more just like it took the weight off of those losses a lot. I think in terms of it was like a place of comfort after a while where we would shoot content, and I was like, I feel better after doing this. Like it, like even outside of the game, like if this is something that I'm doing as well, like I'm happy with that. So for me, that I'm really appreciative of that. Favorite highlight in particular, like content wise. I mean, it has to be Ezioshi. It's just like,
Oh, that was a historic moment.
yeah. I mean that gets me every. I can
Wow,
look at
God,
that
Yoshi.
for the
Can we
like.
pull that up?
Yeah, if we can pull that up, like
If we could just pull that up.
I just like even if I try not to laugh, it's just the eyes, man.
Oh,
It's the
Dude,
eyes.
watching None draw it is really good because he's
Yeah, 'cause he knows
laughing
what
the
he's doing.
whole
he's laughing
time.
'cause he's doing. He knows what's that. Yeah,
So
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I love that it looks like a
Quiet
human.
place.
It looks like a human that's been
It's got
forced to
real
do something
fear in
that's
its
stupid.
eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't really look like a Yoshi. It looks like it's a human being subjected to some horrors. Oh, just like my webcam right now.
I was about to say, wow, what timing?
Hang on, I'm
Whoa.
fixing it.
That's
Whoa.
that's like old
Whoa.
Zane.
Look
Yeah.
at this.
Wait, Toph.
Oh my god. Are you draw? Whoa.
That's
Whoa,
kind of
this is
scary.
cool.
Yo, live Gardic phone?
Can I write a word?
Oh.
Oh, come on.
You could.
I try.
There you go.
Oh, that's sad.
I think I found my new favorite moment.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was
That
great.
was crazy. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Sorry for the people who are for the audio listeners.
Yeah, the audio listeners,
You don't
Toph's
listen, don't worry
webcam got lit for a second.
So
yeah,
one
it
of
got
your,
real lit.
it's one of your superpowers. Don't be ashamed of it. Yeah.
Well, None, what are some highlights, or what is something that stands out for you from the time with GG, or what have you learned from it, or anything like that?
I've learned I can draw.
Yes.
I've learned I can draw. I've learned that I can actually work as a team because
Oh.
I've never really worked as a team. Always
Oh.
been kind of a loner. Still kind of am, but now here we are. We're here to grow, right? We're here to be better. We must do better.
We
Hashtag
must.
We must do better.
Please.
And yeah, overall, like the reward is that in itself, just happy to be here. Happy you are with me. I'm happy to be with you. And I'm happy that what we do brings content and joy to the Melee community. So
Well
overall, everything is working out. Happy.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think it's cool because I think with a lot of teams that sign like Smash players, I feel like it's just kind of you just get it's like, I don't know. Not that there's anything necessarily wrong with this, and it's dope that teams support Melee at all, but
Yeah, for sure.
you kind of sign a player, then you fly them to tournaments, but that's kind of it. It's like, all right, now they can compete at a high level, but I feel like it's been really cool because I actually feel like we have some real like we actually hang out at tournaments. Yeah. Like
Not that other word.
Cohesion.
Right, Cohesion.
Yeah, that one.
Not,
but like
not that
even
other
on top 8
four-letter
day,
word.
right? Like I feel like we were okay. There we go.
That was so late.
Look at that.
But thank you, Quinn.
Hey,
Thank you.
let's go.
It still got
Thank
me.
you.
Caught us
Yeah.
off guard. Caught us
Yeah,
off guard.
that's the. In fact, that was the redraw. I think
That
was
was.
the-
That was not
it
the
was-
original.
It was
I don't
crazy that I did it twice, kind of similar. That
Yeah.
was frustrating.
that's called
true artist.
consistency.
No.
I know you know, Toph. I know
The drawer.
The trolled artist. But yeah, we actually like hung out, or and usually like at tournaments like top 8 and stuff, we kind of have each other's backs, which is pretty sick. Because I don't think that like necessarily like always happens with like 2 players that'll be on the same team or whatever, 3 players that'll be on the same team.
Mhm.
So it's pretty cool that we actually have like a team dynamic.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What about
Yeah.
you, PP?
Hmm?
What about you?
Oh, I was just saying I was saying earlier about how being on the team really gave me my way into the community, and really let me know, I could be valuable in different ways because most of my value had largely been as a player, and now I'm providing value in a lot of different ways, and including as being someone on a team like this, which I never would have imagined. So I was
Yeah.
really happy about that. But as a highlight moment, I every time I think highlight moment now, I'm actually just I keep my mind keeps coming back to that Golden Guardians tweet. How when you wore this is a callback to the beginning, but when you wore my tag, we were all there, all four of us in the top 8 of Genesis. I mean, that's freaking cool, man. That's cool. Like there was a real solidarity. There was a real group push for all of that in our own ways, and I think that's absolutely wonderful. So I love that, and I love all of that for all of us.
Hope you like those answers, Mr. Bad Boy. Mr. Bad Boy is one of my people, by the way. So,
Ah.
Yeah, the reason I asked this question is because team dynamics in a mostly 1v1 fighting game isn't very common, like at
Right.
all, in other
Right,
forms of
right,
the
right.
FGC. But I feel like having friends and teammates to support yourselves, like GG Melee has done, even if it's just through content, might have had some effects into the recent results at Genesis. Because like winning with allies just has a different feeling compared to
Yeah.
winning solo,
It's very true.
and
Yeah.
and that might
Mhm.
actually be the secret meta. I don't know.
Ooh.
true. You might be onto something.
But you
The
can't force it.
GG difference.
It's like when
Because what?
Vegeta tries to like get
Because
a family, He's
Zane,
trying to
Yeah.
copy Goku.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zane, the times I've
yeah.
cheerleaded seriously, you haven't lost yet.
Really?
Yeah, you haven't. Think about it.
Oh.
He came up to Ed came up to me before Grands, and he's like,
Talking about
yeah, just simple words stay with you. Where he's just like, just play comfortable. He's like, just do your thing, and like that sounds simple, but I was like, yeah. I was like, I
Yeah.
will play comfortably.
I don't know frame data, so I can't say frame. I'll
I
just
can't either. Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice.
But hey, yeah, I mean, absolutely wonderful question. I'm glad we all got to kind of
Mhm.
celebrate this again around the 1 year signing, around all of your guys' achievements, around us coming together. I mean, it's a real good sign. We're
Yeah,
hopefully we keep riding that high and doing good stuff, making more good content like this.
that's right. You guys thought season 3 was amazing. Can't wait till season 4.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
All right. Well, Mr. Batboy, thank you so much for calling in. You got any shout outs for us on your way out today?
Yeah, I got a couple. Shout out to Golden Guardians, obviously, for that 1 year anniversary. Your guys'
Yeah.
content is amazing. I love watching that shit. Um, and then shout out to Falcon Discord. So they've helped me learn the game a lot.
Hmm.
And yeah, that community is just insane. Like they're
Mm.
really pushing the game forward,
Yeah,
even if it's on the down low.
true.
And
Yeah.
yeah, hope you guys have a good one.
Thank you.
You
Do the
too.
Thank
same.
you, Mr. Batboy.
You too, man.
Yeah.
All right. I think that was our last caller of the day. Thank you to everybody who dialed in and asked us such wonderful questions.
I'm glad we got so many people. I mean, that was a lot of
Yeah.
fun to get.
That was a really
so
good
many-
last question.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really glad we ended up getting that one in. And while I'd like to be able, I have so much written for you guys, and while I'd like to be able to ask any of it, I want to be respectful of your time. So what we're going to do instead of all that is we're going to ask you for the community voice. That's
Oh,
right.
shoot.
That's right. That we're going to stall a little bit. Don't worry. And that's that
Okay.
thing that we talked about before we started, and what we talked about a little bit in the beginning, where
Mhm.
we said, "What is one question that we could ask to the YouTube audience?" And you guys were thinking about asking a joint question together for them, and you guys can talk about what you want to see with that. I know we talked largely about Genesis and about GG here, some things to consider, and I'm running out of ways to stall. Would you like to find some other ways to stall, Toph?
Yeah, how about that brown Yoshi? Remember that?
Yeah, it was
crazy.
good.
Little bugging
Uh,
eyes
it's-
bugging out.
Dude, it looks like
Yeah.
almost like flame breath, but it's his tongue. How does he do it?
How's he do it?
That's art. You can interpret it differently. Put it over.
Look at
That's
that.
the original.
That's the original.
It's
Oh
the,
yes.
the head is so slender.
Yes, dude. The eyes
Yeah.
going in different directions is
slender.
what does it for me. I go right to the eyes.
And the
Yes.
Bowser breath tongue looks like the
Yes.
Bowser flame
And the
breath.
person being
Not sure.
upset on it is really good
No
for me.
one's
too.
happy. No one's happy.
Yeah.
No one's happy.
You
Oh.
you like that drawing, don't you?
Yes, sir. Powerful.
Oh,
Snap. Content man.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude.
For peace.
Well, do you got one, Ed? Because I can do one.
I mean, I don't know if I'm new to this. This is the first time I'm doing this community voice thing, but the only question I've always had is, what if you had won that Roy match versus HBox?
Oh, I like this.
What
Oh.
would have happened? Because I still think
Oh, everything would have been different. Everything
That's-
would have been
I
different.
think things would have been really different for me.
life, yeah, of course, but like I want to hear what the community says.
Dude.
Yeah.
I think that was too good to happen. Like it was just like Roy. That's impressive, right? Like it's hard. It's a like super achievement.
Yeah, I think
I've always
HBox gets
wondered.
beamed on that for a lot, and then Zane's like maybe he considers using it as a counter pick sometimes.
Dude, I don't think
People would
I-
have they would have side Roys, like they would have pocket Roys.
Don't say side Roy.
Side Roy is a crazy term.
Side
Really?
Roy, dude. Side Roy. My hot take is I don't think that much would have been different for Zayn, but I think a lot would have been different for HBox. I don't think he comes back from that.
I think he's got the grit.
You think?
There's no HBox law timeout if that happens. If the Roy just
Dude,
he just
know.
can't come back.
I
From
think
that.
I think he goes full streamer. I think if he loses that set, he becomes a full like he doesn't come back to not the same way.
I think he's probably fine.
I don't know. He's standing on stage. He has to play so and so at Genesis, and someone in the crowd's like, "Hope he doesn't go Roy," and the mental just shatters. Right? It's just
He
over.
takes the shades off. He just throws them on the ground.
The way you
Why
said
keep streaming.
the way you said it. Hope he doesn't go wrong.
Yeah, that's some crowd stuff. Yeah, so you guys want to lock that in, or you want to tell them what you were doing, Zane? What your question was?
I'm good with that.
You're
Mine
good with
wasn't
that?
mine wasn't very interesting. So I'm actually
So our question is, what if
What would've
you
happened?
beat HBox with Roy?
I mean, how these people are gonna have to get pretty creative with their response.
Yeah, like how does the
write me a
timeline
story.
change?
Yeah, right.
Okay,
Timeline.
does
Write me a
J-Mook
story.
win Genesis?
Yeah.
Does J-Mook
Yeah.
even show up? You know what?
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
does Wizzy
Like-
show up? What's the butterfly
You
effect?
guys are gonna be getting like essays.
Yeah,
and
I'm here for
responses.
that.
Yeah,
Like this for the YouTube comments. Think about it. Like
really think about it.
Zayn could have gone Roy in grand finals in this
Mhm.
different timeline. At
Yeah.
Genesis. Like think. Use your brain for a second.
Yeah,
Let
I
us know in
really-
the comments what you think.
Yeah, we love Brady comments. We've always said
Yeah.
that. Well, hey, I mean, real fun time with you guys. I mean, this really just kind of feels like we've just had fun, like we were doing a shoot or we were hanging out. So thank you guys so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Congrats to both of you on a wonderful performance. Thank you so much, Toe, for holding it down. Thank you guys out there for calling in. Wonderful time. And you know what? We'll be back next week with even more Radio Melee. See you for now.